Hi, everybody. Welcome to a live stream. It's been a while. So today we're looking at IELTS Writing Task 2. The idea is I'm going to show you a question. I'm going to get you to write the various parts of a Task 2 essay. And as you're writing it, okay. And as you're writing it, I'll give you feedback on any mistakes or any problems that you have in your writing so that you'll know what problems you have. And then with that information, you'll know how to improve your scores. Also, we'll take your writing and we'll build up an essay together on screen here as we go through the live stream today. So that's pretty much it. Hi, Manpreet. Good to see you here. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to get you to write the paraphrase for the question. So what you'll do is you'll write the paraphrase, you'll share your paraphrase with me in the comments, and I'll give you some feedback. I'll tell you if it's right or wrong, and basically just make sure that you're on track. Okay, so here's the question for today. Some people think that it's best to purchase expensive products, while others feel it is better to buy cheaper ones. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Manpreet says, "Sir, I do not know how to support the idea." So if you're talking about your own idea, it's about explaining how your idea is relevant to the question and giving an example. And we'll get to that later today for sure. We will be doing that in the lesson today. But for now, we'll just write the paraphrase. So for this part of the question here, you take this and you rewrite it in your own words. And don't be afraid to copy some of the vocab if you need to. You don't want to copy the full sentence, but you can copy some words. So that's not going to be a problem. Hi, Hafiz. Welcome to the lesson. Sir, is plans also type of writing task 1? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Risa, if you want to rephrase that question, I'll definitely answer it for you. I gave the exam 3 times and I got 5.5 in writing. So what you're most likely dealing with, Manpreet, is your language ability. You might be making mistakes with task achievement. You might be making mistakes with coherence and cohesion. But if you're getting a 5.5, there's a very strong chance that your vocabulary and your grammar are going to be the main problems. So for you, it's most likely just working on improving your English ability. And it doesn't have to be within the context of the IELTS test, just studying vocab as you normally would, studying grammar as you normally would. And that's likely the first thing that you need to do, Manpreet. Hi, Hafiz. Good man. Okay. Manpreet, you're very welcome. Risa, sir, plans question type in writing task 1 I found in Cambridge book is also question type of writing task 1, or is it maps question type? Sub question. Yes, so floor plan, where they give you the plan of a building. Yeah, we would count that as a map. That's another, like you said, a subcategory of maps. But we would just say, you might get a map of a village. You might get a map of a building, like you said, like a floor plan of a building. But we would deal with those in the exact same way. Essentially, there's 2 different images. You need to describe, what things are the same and what things are different. So yeah, a floor plan is definitely a type of question, floor plan or a map. Sir, how to improve task achievement? Well, it depends what mistake you're making. Some people are going to have a low task achievement score because they cannot understand the question. So if that's your problem, you need to improve your English. Some people have a low task achievement score because their ideas are vague. And if that's your problem, then you need to learn how to recognize the difference between a vague idea and a specific idea. Another problem might be that you are using irrelevant ideas. And typically what you need to do is you need to plan more carefully. You need to check, is your idea about the topic of the question, or is it responding to exactly what the question has asked you to discuss? So those are the first types of problems you need to consider. Once you've got your ideas down, then you need to develop them. So to improve your task achievement score, it's about, can you develop your ideas, explaining them, giving examples of them, that type of thing. Hi, Mandeep. Good to see you here. Both tasks are in formal English. That is correct if you are doing academic IELTS. For general training IELTS, you might be required to write a formal letter, or you might be required to write an informal letter. So the only part of IELTS writing that might not be formal, the only part of IELTS writing that might be informal, is if you're doing general training IELTS and your writing task 1 question requires you to write a letter to a friend. Everything else will be formal. Okay, a majority number of people take into consideration buying lavish products best of their opinion, while other felt it's better to purchase cheaper ones. Okay, so quite significant mistakes with vocab and grammar here, Aminur. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your writing, I'm going to add it to our document here, and then we'll build on that together. Okay, so this is going to be our paraphrase. Now, a majority means most. Some does not mean most. So that's not the same meaning. Pupil means, somebody in school, whereas people, it's a different meaning. To take into consideration is when you're making a decision and there are many factors, and when you're thinking about the different factors, you're taking those into consideration. It doesn't mean, it's not about thinking. It's about trying to incorporate all of those different factors into your decision. So what we're going to do here, we're going to have to change all of this. So we'll just say, some believe. Now, this is, you wanted to say lavish products. But lavish products would be expensive, but not every expensive product is lavish. So we're going to change this back. Some believe buying expensive products is best. There, keep it at that. So keep it nice and simple. So far, what we can see, the problems that we see in your writing so far are that you're not giving yourself a chance to write accurately. This is a very common mistake that we see in IELTS writing. So the problem is, you've probably been told you need to show that you've got great vocab. So what you're doing is you're trying to go like, okay, I'm going to use as complicated a word as possible. Those complicated words will show that my vocab is great because I know complicated words. But unfortunately, that's not the way it works. First and foremost, you need to communicate clearly. If the examiner cannot understand what you're saying, that's a low score for every part of your test. So basically what you want to do is, first and foremost, you need to be clear. The examiner needs to understand what you're talking about. And then after that, it's a combination of the range of vocab and the accuracy of vocab. And if you're just going like, okay, my focus is range, just range, and the accuracy is way down, well, then you're getting a low score because you've got poor accuracy. So you need to find that balance. Like, are you going to go for range and nothing else? Like, don't worry about clarity, don't worry about accuracy, just focus on range. That's not the solution to a high score. So you need to be a little bit more careful with that. Okay. So some believe buying expensive products is best. You can see definitely very, very simple language, but it's clear and it's accurate, and it has the same meaning. Okay. Now the next part, while others feel it's better to buy cheaper ones, while others feel it's better to purchase cheaper ones. Now, I'm saying you should copy some words from the question if you need to copy words from the question. There's definitely not a problem if you need to copy. So like, we have expensive products, the word best, like that, that's no problem. But here you've said Others feel it's better to purchase cheaper ones. Others feel it's better to, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words in a row. Others feel it's better to. Now that it becomes a problem when you're copying too many words in a row like that. You want to change them a bit more than that, and then back to cheaper ones. So essentially, you've changed one word in the middle. So we want to change that around a little bit more if possible. So you'd, while others feel it's better to, actually 6 words in a row. So let's go. Whereas, say, other people think it's better to purchase, and then say, no, and that's enough. So it's not about changing every single word in your essay. It's just about changing, sorry, it's not about changing every single word in the question. It's just about changing enough that you're not copying it, but you want the meaning to be same and you want it to be accurate. You want it to be clear. So those are the main things to consider. Okay. So now that we're finished with the paraphrase, what we need to consider next is what main ideas are we going to use? Now, this is discuss both views and give your own opinion. So for this question type, we need an idea to support each view. So we need to say, why do the first group of people believe what they believe? And then why do the second group of people believe what they believe? So that's what we want. That's what we want in our essay. And then we're going to have one more idea to support our own opinion. So that's what I want you to do next. Share your ideas with me in the comments, and I'll be able to give you some feedback as to how appropriate your ideas are. Hatun, good morning. I'm doing good. Thank you very much. Hossein, hello to you. Sir, I need to work on vocabulary and coherence and cohesion. I've lost track now. What were we talking about? Vocab and grammar. Vocab and grammar for now. Mandeep, certain individuals believe that it is best to buy costly items. We wouldn't go with certain individuals means like specific people, like we know who they are. So the word some would be better. However, others feel it's better to purchase less expensive ones. So, okay, good. Make sure to start your sentences with capital letters as well, Mandeep. Can we write one introduction, one overview, and 3 body paragraphs? You can, yeah, that's possible. But you're talking about task 1, and we're looking at task 2 here today. Some people consider that buying costly products are better. Consider. No. Some people feel that buying expensive products is better, while others assert that buying less expensive products is better. So doing that thing would be is. So doing that is better. So you need to change your verb to match the subject. Okay, good. But overall, it's clear that it has the same meaning. So some small vocab and grammar mistakes, but ultimately it's a good paraphrase. To some percentage, I'd delete that phrase. Some people think buying pricey items, again, pricey, it feels like a lot of you guys are going to a thesaurus and you're trying to find vocab, like you're trying to find a synonym in a thesaurus. Like if I type into Google, like synonym of expensive, you'll find costly, you'll find, what did you have there? Pricey, those types of things. But then they're similar, but they're not the same. So if you're using a thesaurus to find synonyms, you're going to end up with words that don't have the exact same meaning. They have roughly the same meaning, but they're not used in the same way. Or, one of them is formal, one of them is informal, one of them is used more in speaking and not used in writing, like that type of thing. So unless you know the word yourself and you know how to use the word, I just using a thesaurus, it sounds like a good solution for finding synonyms, but it just doesn't work. It doesn't work, unfortunately. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not what you're doing, but I get that feeling like that's, where did you get the word pricey? It feels like something like that. Hatun, there's no doubt that these days people think buying cheaper products is better than buying expensive ones, while others. Okay, so you probably ran out of text on YouTube, but yeah, that's looking good so far. Good. Hassan, keeping in view the expensive products have good quality is the good thing. Okay, so that's our first idea. So let me add that in here. Okay, so that's the first idea to use. Perfect. Farhat from Tunisia, welcome. Good to see you here. Mohammed, many people believe that buying costly items is the wisest decision for them, while others think purchasing inexpensive products is the most suitable option. Very good. I like it. You need a comma before the word while. Everything else is good. So very, very nice paraphrase there. Okay, so for those of you who've just joined us, just a reminder, what we're doing at the moment is we're thinking of what main ideas we can use for this question. We already have one main idea for the first group of people. So they want the high quality products. And the second group of people, while others feel it's better to buy cheaper ones, we still need an idea for that group. And we need an idea to support our own opinion. Hi, Hamid. Hi there, dear sir. I'm worried about IELTS writing test 2. So please, how can I improve my writing? Thank you in advance. So what you want to do, you can get involved in today's lesson, Hamid. We're looking for main ideas. Share your main ideas with me. I'll be able to tell you if your main ideas are appropriate or not. If they're not, I'll say what's wrong with them, and you'll be able to, improve your score by focusing more on how to avoid the same problem again. Hassan, where on the other hand, some people not focus on quality product, instead they focus on price tag of the product. We can't really say that, Hassan. So basically, like we're trying to say we're asking why do they prefer to buy cheaper products, and you're saying they prefer to buy cheaper products because they want a cheaper product. That can't be, we can't say they want the cheaper one because it's cheaper. We need a reason why they're choosing the cheaper product. So I know you've changed the vocab, but that doesn't work. Unfortunately, that idea won't work because you're basically using the idea to support the idea, the same idea to support the idea. So just that's not suitable. Okay, Mamadul, hello to you. Products that are expensive tend to be long-lasting. Good. Whereas cheaper goods bring various alternatives to the table. Now, this is too vague. Remember I said your ideas need 2 requirements. Your ideas need to be relevant, which it is, and it needs to be specific, and it's not specific. It brings various alternatives. So basically you're saying there are some good things. There are good things about it, but I already knew that the person who wanted to buy a cheaper product would say that there is something good. So you're just saying in general, there are some good things. Now, what we need to know is just one of those good things. So in your mind, you obviously have a few ideas that you're thinking of. Choose one of those and tell me what that is. That's what you need to do. So various alternatives is too vague because I don't know exactly what you're thinking. It just sounds like you have a few ideas. I need to know one of them. So just be careful. That's the other issue. Your idea is vague. That doesn't get you a high score. It can get you a band 6 in task achievement, but it cannot get you higher than a band 6. Mandeep, although the cheapest products are easy to buy, they're easy to buy. Oh, that's a bit vague. In what way is it easy to buy a cheap product? In what way is buying a cheaper product easier than buying an expensive product? That's a bit vague as well. That's vague. I don't really understand. But you know what? Not so much that it's vague. It's unclear. Nope, I'm going back again. It is vague. Excuse me. That's vague. It's easy to buy. In what way is it easy to buy? So you need to be more specific. This essay believes that costly items last longer and are more comfortable. they last longer. So my concern with last longer is, are we talking about the same thing as high quality? High quality, I think that would be like an explanation of high quality. And they're more comfortable. Comfortable is too vague, and it's unclear. I'm not sure in what way a product would be more comfortable if it's expensive. Maybe if you're talking about clothing, or if you're talking about furniture, but we're talking about, all products in general. So we can't just focus on specifically one type of product. It has to be, we have to discuss exactly what the question asked. Manpreet, expensive products last longer. Yep, I think I agree with that. But again, it's very similar to high quality. So we're not going to use that idea as well as high quality. It is often argued by some people that it is best to purchase costly products. Meanwhile, others believe that buying less expensive products is more affordable. Cheaper products are more affordable. I think we're kind of getting there, like it's more affordable, but like, why do they want more affordable products? So basically, if something is more affordable, it means it's cheaper. So can we narrow down a little bit more, like, why are they choosing the cheaper products? Why is it important to them that the products are more affordable? So we're not really getting to the core of the main idea here. You have a main idea, but you need to phrase it in a way that it's an obvious response to why people want cheaper products. Not saying they want cheaper products because they're cheaper, but they want cheaper products. Why? Why are they choosing to do this? People buy cheaper products because of shortage of money. Perfect. So I'll add this idea to my document here. While those who prefer cheaper products don't have the money to buy expensive ones. Perfect. Now we need one more idea for my opinion. So I believe that it's best to purchase. Now, at the moment, I don't really care which one we go with. All I care is that I have a relevant and a specific idea. So I'm going to agree with one of the groups of people, and I'm going to give another reason why I agree with them. So if I end up with, saying it's more expensive, I need one more reason why expensive is better. Or if I end up saying I believe that it's best to purchase cheap products, then I need to say why I think so. So basically, we need one more idea for this side, or one more idea for this side. Either one, don't really mind which side I go with. My real opinion isn't going to be a factor in my answer. Whether I really believe expensive is better, or whether I really believe cheaper is expensive, cheaper is better, is not a factor in my essay. I don't care what my real opinion is. What I care about is which idea can I think of faster? Can I think of another relevant specific idea for cheaper faster? But then I'll do that. Or if I can think of the other side faster, then I'll do that. So it's just about getting my essay written as quickly as possible. So we're going to need one more idea. I'm going to stay going through your comments until we find one. So that was Manpreet's that we just added. So we need one more, as I said. While others want to save money. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So some people, they cannot afford them. Some people, they want to save money. Okay, so I believe that it's best to purchase cheap products because saving money is more important to me. Okay, lovely. So there we have our introduction finished. I have one idea to support the first view, one idea to support the second view, one idea to support my opinion. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. So that's everything we need in the introduction. This is really strong. Okay, so from here, we're going to have to work on the first body paragraph. Now, those who prefer buying expensive items want to have high quality products. This is the first idea in my introduction. So this is going to be the idea I discuss in my first body paragraph. For coherence and cohesion, this type of thing also counts. So first idea will be first body paragraph. Second idea will, in my introduction, will be my second body paragraph. Third idea in my introduction will be my third body paragraph. So we're just going to keep the same order. We're going to keep it organized as logically as possible. So let me write the first sentence and I'll get you guys to write the rest of it. Okay, so the first sentence will be something, we just need to repeat that. For some, buying expensive products, let's try and mix it up a bit. Buying expensive items is best option because they are better quality. Okay. So basically, I've just taken this and I've repeated it. So that's my topic sentence. And my question then for you guys is, how can we develop that idea? So we want to develop that. We want to give explanations and examples. And it should be about 70 words long. So that paragraph should be roughly 70 words long. Okay, so let me just tidy this up. It's important that you guys can look at the question while you're writing the paragraph, because of course we're writing about this main idea that they're better, but we're writing about the idea that, you know, it's still in the context of people prefer to purchase these products because they're better quality. So that's what I want from you guys next. Write the first body paragraph. Tell me how you would explain that idea. Tell me how you would, what example you would include, and basically just give me the ideas you would use to develop that paragraph. Okay, so while you guys are writing that for me, I'm going to continue looking at this, the comments that you guys have shared. Okay, so Hassan, some people prefer buying cheaper things to not to take it for longer times. Yep, your idea is good. We'd need to change the language though. So I would phrase this, Hassan, I would say, some people prefer buying cheaper things because they don't plan to use them for a long time. And that works. Good. So your idea is good, just the vocab we need to change a bit. Hi, Ahmad. For some, buying expensive items is highly appreciated, while others believe that purchasing cheaper ones is the much better option. You need to change the word appreciated. It doesn't work. You're more like, if you appreciate something, it would be more like if somebody did something for you, it wouldn't be that you did it yourself. So we need to change the word appreciated, but everything else is good. Hi, Mehdi. I'm good. From Bangladesh, welcome. That's great. Good to have you here. Hi, Reza. Good to see you too. Long time no here. What's wrong with your lip, gang? I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks, Penthela. Price of good things may be high as cheaper has low cost. Price of good things may be better as cheaper has low cost. So this is what we were talking about earlier, is if you're going to say that cheaper is better because it's cheaper, then you're just repeating the idea on itself. So that you need to come up with a specific reason why cheaper is better, not saying it's cheaper is better because it's cheaper. We can't do that. So price shouldn't be preference against quality. Okay. So it seems, you see, the thing is with this question type, Shahid, you so price shouldn't be. You seem to be saying which side you agree with, but the thing about this question is you have to say why the first group believe what they believe and why the second group believe what they believe. So it's not about you have to support each one separately, not why one is wrong and why one is right. So just make sure that you do that. Yo ugly bra LMAO. Right. Well, we're here to improve our IELTS scores. I don't think anybody's coming here because they think I'm handsome. But sorry to disappoint you, K2. You're on the wrong channel by the looks of things. Ahmad, for some, buying expensive items is highly appreciated, while others believe that purchasing cheaper ones is the best thing to do. Buying expensive items highly appreciated. Yeah, so we looked at that already. Easily available in shops. If we're talking about cheaper ones, I think that would make sense. Yeah, that would work. More expensive, you can use them for longer periods of time. Yes, definitely, that works. Yo, lip tore up. Oh, what's happening? Everybody insulting me today. What's this about? Yeah, I have a scar on my lip. That's true. Okay. Ahmed, expensive equals 1. Generally better quality, more prestigious. That's a good idea. I hadn't considered that. Good. Happy Teacher's Day. Thank you, Preet. Manpreet, Sir Products null verb will come, you say, is how? Sir Products null verb or will come, you say. I'm sorry, I don't understand that. You'll have to give me another, you'll have to rephrase that for me, Manpreet. I don't understand that question. Ahmad, do I always have to designate a whole paragraph for my opinion? Can't I just agree with one of the views and make it clear to the examiner that I agree with this particular view? Yeah, that's another way of writing it. I personally prefer, obviously this is why I teach it this way, I personally prefer, because there's no doubt as to whether I have fully developed my answer or not. You know, it's asked me to do 3 things. It said discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now, I can discuss both views and just briefly state my opinion. That's true. I've seen where you can just put it in the introduction and the conclusion. I've seen where people just put it at the end of the body paragraphs. But for me, especially for a higher score, you have to fully develop your answer. And if you fully develop those 3 things, surely that's a better developed answer than only developing 2 of those things. That's my own approach. That's the way I like to do it. Is it okay to do it other ways? Absolutely. It certainly is perfectly fine to do it other ways, but that's not the goal for me. The goal for me is to fully develop everything that I've said in my essay. They are better quality or they have better quality. Are would be right. I'm Raihan from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Hi Raihan, good to see you here. Get involved, get involved in the lesson. Share your writing with me, and we'll be able to. I'll be able to give you feedback on that. Yes, definitely we can give examples. So what we're looking here at the moment, Mehdi, write the first body paragraph. So what I'm looking for you guys to do right now is take this idea here, explain it, and give an example. Is going to be the easiest way to develop it. We want a 70-word paragraph. So, you know, once you finish explaining that idea, it's unlikely you will have 70 words. So that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming to have a full 70 words, and an example is usually the easiest way to get to that. Aminur, at the same time, people who are keen to buy expensive products, the main reason behind it is longevity. Yep, longevity, definitely. We've seen that idea before. That's definitely suitable. Hassan, expensive products have good quality as well as good brand that covers the warranty and availability of parts in local market. Okay, so expensive products also include warranty. So they're like, what we might say is that there's more security involved in purchasing an expensive product because they're not going to fall apart and then you're on your own. Even if there is a problem, they'll come and they'll help you with it. So yeah, that definitely, I like that idea. That works. Expensive products can save a lot of money in the long run, as generally the materials used to buy these products are high in quality. Okay, 1 second now. So it's this development of my paragraph. I believe so. Okay, so let me jump in, Mamadou. I'm going to take this and I'm going to add it to the document here. Okay, this is looking a little bit long, but we're still going to be able to use this and get something back. Okay, so what we have now is let me just check the word count, 137 words, and we needed about 70. So we're definitely going to have to remove some of this, but let's look through this together and let's see what we can do. So here's the first sentence I wrote. For some, buying expensive items is the best option because they are better quality. Expensive products can save a lot of money in the long run, as generally the materials used to build these products are high in quality. Now, we're kind of going the other way around. So we just said we already focused on high quality, and now you're putting high quality as the outcome or the reason. So we need to do it the other way around. Because of the high used to build these products, they can save a lot of money in the long run. Okay. Okay. Spelling mistake. Right. The users of these products do not have to buy the same item again in the years to come. Okay, so let's add that in as the same sentence. Because of the high quality materials used to build these products, they can save a lot of money in the long run, as the users of these products do not have to buy the same items again in the years to come. For example, some of my friends have been using iPhones, which are quite costly compared to the Chinese alternatives, since 2020, and those phones are working perfectly, are still working perfectly now. Okay. This gives them peace of mind, as they do not have to worry about buying another phone. There are a lot of people out there who do not have the financial strength to buy expensive items. As a result, they tend to purchase inexpensive ones, which can fulfill their needs. I'm going to remove this bit because basically we've already done everything we need to do here, and my paragraph is getting a little bit long. So it's 84 words. So it's already a little bit longer than it needs to be. Now, this bit, it gives them peace of mind. It doesn't add anything extra to the paragraph, so I don't really need that. And now this bit, we're talking about the other people. And in that, we need to talk about them in another paragraph. So we don't need to talk about them right here. So that would be our paragraph about the first idea, and that's a suitable paragraph. So next, we need to write a paragraph about the other group. So the second group of people said, while those who prefer cheaper products don't have the money. On the other hand, people who prefer to purchase or who to purchase cheaper products often don't have the financial sources to more expensive ones. Okay. So now we need to develop this idea. This is our next task. So again, let me just make this smaller because it's important that we can see the question as we are writing. Try to squeeze it all in here now. Okay, we can just about see it all there. All right, so the next goal is for us to write and develop this idea. So how are you going to explain this? How are you going to develop this idea? So that's the next task. How are we going to develop that second body paragraph? It's unlikely we're going to have time to finish the full essay, but we can get some good idea. We can get a good idea of how to construct an essay from doing this. Okay. So let's go and have a look at the other comments here. Hi, Nishat. Good to see you here. Sir, don't focus on mischievous person's comments. Okay, thanks, Hafiz. Mamuna, others believe that purchase of higher price goods is of value rather than less expensive ones. Now, of value is too vague, Mamuna. We can't use a vague idea like that. And typically what happens then, if you use a vague idea, when you try to develop it, you end up listing specific ideas. So you end up with a list of specific ideas, but no actual explanations of any ideas and no examples of any ideas. So that's the problem with a vague idea. And this one, unfortunately, is vague. So what you need to do is tell me, why do you think it's of value? One reason why you think that, and that can be the idea that you would use instead. Hartoon, the main reason given to support this claim is that they want to use items for a long time. To illustrate, my auntie bought bag cost $1,000 before 10 years and she still is using it today. Yep, good. So obviously it would need to be longer, but definitely we can use what you've said here as part of the paragraph. It just wouldn't be the full paragraph. That would be the only issue. Remember, it needs to be about 70 words long. Reza, since the material that are being used in expensive items have higher quality, they can be used for longer periods of time. Good. I say in the essay you write products is, but I think products are. Can you explain why you wrote products is? Which paragraph are you talking about, Manpreet? I need to go over. So I'm not sure exactly what you're looking at, but it's probably that I see the first sentence. Some believe buying expensive products is best. So the noun isn't products. So it's not products is best. It's buying expensive products. So the action of buying expensive products. So doing that thing is best. Not products is best, but doing that thing is best. So we're talking about the action of buying products, not about just products. So that's why we need to use is instead of are. Oh, we looked at that already. I think cheaper is like disposable, and someone believes in quality, and my perception is about quality, and quality have some cost. We believe in quality. Yep. So that's exactly the idea that we had in the essay as well. So that's the one that we've been using, and definitely it's suitable. Hassan, thanks, sir. You're doing great work, keeping us all on board. Any guidance at the same time with remarks and corrections? You're very welcome, Hassan. Expensive products keep you hassle-free of random faults and errors. Yes. So the phrasing that you're using is informal, and it would be absolutely fine for speaking, but hassle-free of random faults. That's an informal phrasing. So you would want to say it in a formal way using formal vocab, but the idea is definitely suitable. Reza, as well as this point, they can be used in much more difficult environments. As an example, lots of people are using Caterpillar brand not only for their daily use, but also for hiking. So my concern about this idea, Reza, is we're talking, does that apply to every expensive product? Because we're not just talking about, expensive clothing that, it's suitable in different environments. So if we focus specifically on clothing, then we're not talking about products in general. Now, I'm not saying that you're wrong in that more difficult environments, that expensive products can be used in more difficult environments, but it has to apply to everything. So can you phrase that in a way where we're not just talking about clothes, or, I can imagine any product, like if I'm talking about just through sheer lack of imagination, but a keyboard. So if I have a cheap keyboard versus an expensive keyboard, can I use the expensive one in different environments? If I'm talking about, cheap anything, like a cheap anything versus an expensive anything, does your idea apply to everything, or is it just, specific to clothing? And if it's only specific to clothing, then we wouldn't be able to use it. Okay. From Botswana, good to see you here, Esther. I'm doing good, thank you. Mamadou, there are a lot of people out there who do not have the financial strength to buy expensive items. As a result, they tend to purchase inexpensive ones which can fulfill their needs. Yes, good. For instance, in many developing countries, a huge portion of people cannot afford expensive televisions, which are made in Germany. However, they can buy cheaper home-made televisions, which are far more cost-effective. Okay, Mamadou, you're really on top of this today. So again, let me just grab Mamadou's, and I think we're going to leave it at that. We won't have time to develop another paragraph. Okay. So let me add that on here, and we'll just tidy up any mistakes that we can find. That doesn't matter. That's just American English. Okay. So there are a lot of people out there. Now, this part is informal. So there are a lot of people who do not have the financial strength, the financial means to buy expensive items. So that's basically what I've said already. They prefer to buy them because they don't have the resource to buy expensive ones. So you've rewritten the first sentence, but I can't have both of these sentences because basically, I've said what my idea is, and now we're saying it again. So I'm not saying that you're wrong, Mamadou. Just it doesn't work in this paragraph because I've already said that. As a result, they tend to purchase inexpensive ones, which can fulfill their needs. Straight away. So I'm adding in straight away because, potentially they could save for a very long time and buy the expensive one, but they don't want to do that. They want it now. So I'm just adding that to kind of strengthen why they prefer the cheaper ones as well. It's like they want to get it right now. They don't want to wait forever. Now, For instance, in many developing countries, a huge portion of the people, because we're talking about in specific countries, cannot afford expensive televisions, which are made in Germany. I'm going to keep the same sentence because it's all pretty. These ideas are very much connected to one another. So I'm going to keep, however, in the same sentence. However, they can buy cheaper homemade television. So homemade television would be one that was literally made by somebody in their house. But we mean locally made televisions, which are far more cost effective. No, cost effective is different. Cost effective is, I get the same result, but I have two ways of doing something. If I have two ways of doing something and the result is the same, we can talk about one being more cost effective. But we're saying that the products they're lower quality, so we wouldn't really call them cost effective in that way. So just they're far cheaper or far less expensive, just to mix it up a bit. Okay, so what we're looking at then is, how many words have we here? 71, pretty much exactly what we would expect. And that's another very nice paragraph. Good job, Mamadou. Okay, now obviously we're not finished and we're nearly out of time. But essentially what we would have there are, our introduction. We discussed the first idea in the first body paragraph. We discussed the second idea in the second body paragraph. We're going to have one more. And we're going to have the conclusion. So we're not finished the essay, but you should have a fairly clear idea of what we're looking to do to finish it. Like I said, we just don't have time to finish it off today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the rest of the comments and then we'll finish up there. Apron. Okay, good man. Shahid, purchasing is an art. Some people can purchase products in low cost as maybe other couldn't be purchased in high cost. So we can't be compared to low and high cost. I think knowledge about concerned products is important. Now, the thing is, Shahid, you're talking about the topic more generally. You're talking about the topic more generally, but you're not talking about exactly what the question asked you to discuss. So we can't just go and talk about, cheap versus expensive products. We need to say, why do some people prefer expensive ones? Why do some people prefer cheaper ones? But what you're saying is that those two things aren't a consideration and that you can get high quality at low cost. It's not really what the question's asking us to talk about. Muna, you're very welcome. Manpreet, first line, first paragraph. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about, Manpreet, but it sounds like you've solved your own problem there. Ahmad, some individuals believe that buying expensive items and products gives them a great opportunity to stand out as wealthy and unique. Good. But when you say wealthy and unique, I feel like that's two ideas. So I would prefer that you just choose one, and then you'll definitely be more focused when you're developing it. Some people who can't excel and succeed in many walks of life find in owning expensive products a good way to compensate for that shortcoming. In my community, for example, the only sign of success and prosperity is closely related to how many Bugatti cars you have or how luxurious your villas look like. Fantastic. Yeah, really good. I like it. So we're talking about social status being the main reason people want expensive stuff. Very good. Very good. I like that idea. In conclusion, although cheaper goods help a lot of individuals buy things within their financial capabilities, I would prefer purchasing costly alternatives as they give me far better built materials and quality. We would need to put all the ideas in. So we need our first idea about, I can't even remember anymore, high quality products, about people not having money, and about people wanting to save money. So all of those would need to be in the conclusion. So what you've written is good, but we need everything. We need the whole thing. Reza, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Shahid. Hatun, in conclusion, I see we can buy good quality items with suitable price and use it for a long time without spending a lot of money. No. So it's not, you don't need to change, you don't need to give your opinion generally about the topic. The conclusion is quite specifically to repeat your ideas. So it's just whatever we said in the in the introduction, those 3 ideas in the introduction, they go back into the conclusion again. Aminor, you're very welcome. Manpreet, how much is the fee for online classes? My course ranges between $199 and $799. So it just depends. Do you need support with everything, or do you only need support with one component? And then how much feedback do you want? But if you're interested, just send me an email here, lara@completetestsuccess.com. And then just providing you have a realistic time frame for your score, I'll be able to show you what prices and what packages would be suitable for you. Mandeep, sir, if your ideas are relevant or specific, how can we know and generate easy to get higher bands in task achievement? So if it's relevant, it's about what the question asked you to talk about. So like, for example, we had a student here talking about how you can buy high quality products at low cost, so there's no need to buy expensive ones. That's talking generally about the question, but not exactly what the question asked us to talk about. So in that way, it's not relevant if you're not talking about what the question asked you to talk about. And if it's vague, you are not giving a clear idea to the reader, to the examiner. So for example, if you say, expensive products are better because they bring more advantages, it's like, well, I don't know what advantages you're thinking of. So if I have to guess what your idea is, that's vague. If I'm not sure exactly what you're thinking, your idea is vague. Generally speaking, as long as the vocabulary is correct. So that's how we recognize a vague idea. Mamadul, you're very welcome and really good job today. And Manur, thank you. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. We'll leave it there. I've been off for the last few weeks, but I'm back now and I'll have more live streams each Tuesday. So I'll see you there. I also have live feedback lesson tomorrow on Zoom. So if you want to join me there, if you've signed up already, you know how to do it. And if you haven't, you'll find a link in the video description and I'll be able to help you more on Zoom tomorrow. Okay, take care, everybody. Take care of yourselves and good to see you all again. Bye for now.